Hi and welcome back. This is Alan, and in this video we're going to go over a very important part in the initial important part in your internet journey is to actually go and get your own domain name, your own website address. And you might remember in our three-part video series that Dawn and I did called How the Internet Works, we went over such things as domains and hosting, web sites and web pages, URLs, and all those type of things that you need to know about in the initial stages. If you haven't yet seen that video series, I suggest you go and have a look at it now, unless of course you're familiar with all these things. So if you have seen that series or you are familiar with domains, etc., what we'll do now is go and show you how to get your very own domain name and set up your very own website. So here we are at Namecheap. Namecheap is one of many places where you can go on the internet to purchase your domain name, your website name, but we use Namecheap, and one of the reasons we do is because it is easy to use, it is reliable, but more importantly it's always going to be there. And that is important when you purchase your domain name. You want it to be there forever, and you certainly don't want to have a company that goes out of business and you lose your domain or run the chance of losing that and all your hard work's gone to waste. So we use Namecheap, and another very important aspect of Namecheap, if you scroll down, they have this live support section where you can just go on to the internet and virtually talk to someone online. You'll get an answer very quickly that way. Obviously you look through their knowledge bases and that first, or you can actually send them a ticket, but certainly the online support is very much a great feature of Namecheap. So what we do is try and get a name that suits the website or the purpose of your website, or in fact your own name. And the idea is just a matter of trying out to see if you can get a name that's not been used, because your domain name is a unique name. There's only one of them on the entire web of the internet. The millions upon millions, probably billions of sites that are available, they are unique. So in this case, and also go for the .com, always the .com. Once we've done a search, I've just typed in Alan and Dawn, that actually is our particular domain, and you can see it's come up, obviously it's taken. So it is just a matter of going through and searching until you can get something that suits your cause. Now there is an argument about using the underscore or the underbar in your website or your domain name to try and get the name you want. We'd actually argue against that, because when people do type in a name, they invariably forget to put the underscore or the underbar in, and the end result of that is they go to a site that certainly isn't yours and they may be lost forever. So try and avoid the underscore and just find a name that suits. Here we'll just choose a very obscure name which you would like to think would be available, just so that I can very quickly take you through the process. You can see that it is available, so just go ahead once you've found a domain that suits and add it to the cart, go to the express checkout, and really from there on in you're just going to, oh well, here's a good point too, the free WhoisGuard. WhoisGuard is really just a way of a privacy thing where you can hide the fact that you own this particular domain. People can search to see who owns domains, and it's just a matter of your choice whether you want to have that as privacy and not show people that you have it. It's a free thing, so why not go ahead and choose it. And then it's just a matter of paying for it. Now obviously if you've just set up your account with Namecheap, you're not going to have funds in there, so you'd probably be paying for your first one with your credit card or your PayPal, and then at some stage you'll need to add some funds in there if you want to have it renewed automatically, and we'll go back to that part of it in a minute. So really just a matter of continuing right through to your checkout, very simple process, and that will be done very, very easily using that express checkout. So what we might do is quickly log into our account. And I've just brought up, I've logged into one of our accounts where we have a few domains, and I've gone into our main domain, alananddawn.com, and this is where you'll go once you've purchased that domain of yours. Now, just a couple of quick features here. You would go to the auto renew to make sure that it's renewed every year, and then it's just a matter of either making sure that you've got funds in your account, or that it takes you to your credit card or whichever PayPal account that you use, so that it's automatically renewed each year and you don't have to worry about it. You certainly don't want to make sure that you don't lose that domain name. And the other thing, of course, is the Whois Guard. We mentioned about that. It's just, once again, if you want your privacy, just renew that along with your subscription each year. Right, the other step that you need to point out is that we are going to have to point our domain name to our hosting account. Now, once again, you remember Dawn talking about hosting in that video series, and that's what we'll cover in the next video. So at the moment, that's how you get your domain name, and in the next video we'll go and show you where you take that domain name.